Would somebody, would somebody, anybody, please tell Pharaoh to cut it out? Somebody tell Pharaoh, hey man, you been beat, dude. Quit. I mean, you mean tell me we ain't got one spade player or one bid whiz player out there that ain't talked to Pharaoh yet and tell him, hey man, hey dude, you ain't got no more trump cards, man. Do you beat, man? You ain't got no more spades. Just quit. Just quit, man. It's over. But somebody need to go tell Pharaoh, hey man, let Yah's people go. You beat. You don't have no more cards. All your spades is gone. How else can I say it? Y'all, man, holding all the sixes, man. You ain't got no more. Man, it's over, man. You beat. Quit. Quit now. Just. Man, hey, look. Throw in the towel, man. Let the people go. It's a wrap, dude. You're done. Did y'all hear the Pharaoh's servants last time we was together? Last time we got together, remember them Pharaoh's servants came to Pharaoh and said, hey, man, they said, hey, Pharaoh, come here. I thought I told you before. Do not call me when I am taking. Hey, Pharaoh, man. Come here, man. Hey, man. We fake, man. What are you talking about? We pay you a lot of money. We give you more zebra meat than you can stand. We give you more possums and rats than you can eat. And you telling me that you are a fake and a phony? Hey, Pharaoh, man. Man, them is just tricks, man. You don't know that by now, Pharaoh. Come on, man. All we got is tricks, dude. But what's happening right now? That's the finger of Elohim. What's going on right now? That's the finger of Yah. And we are powerless, man. Come on, man. Pharaoh. Now look. Pharaoh didn't listen last week. What was that, a couple weeks ago? He didn't listen. He did not listen. So I'm just wondering, this week, as we talk to Zion, is there anybody out there that can just get to Pharaoh and be like, hey, dude, let it go, man. Y'all said, let my people go. Pharaoh, man, is over. The blood, round one, dude, he slapped that God so-called the so-called God of now. Round two, he came against green froghead God, slapped the snot out of her. Slapped all the tadpoles. When he finished, Whoo, he finished slapping him, boy. Oh my goodness gracious. That was the Moses. Moshe. We need to get rid of these frogs. And then last time we was together, y'all, in round 3, oh my goodness gracious, man. I showed y'all pictures of that lice. And then I showed y'all they green Goonie Goo Goo God. That was supposed to be in control. Supposed to be in control of the lice and the gnats. So I'm just asking, is there anybody out there that's watching the Moreh tonight got a word that can get to Pharaoh and tell him, man, quit while you ahead. Hey, man, no, quit while you behind. Dude, you beat. Yah is about to run a Boston on you, man. You don't got one book. All you non-spade players, you don't know what we talking about. But everybody who ever played the game of Bid Wizard Spade, you don't have one book, man. And you don't have no more trump cards. The game is over, man. Get up, walk away. Oh, no. But this arrogant Hamite, son of the devil, perverted so-called king of Egypt, which in reality we found out he ain't nothing. He's all smoke and mirrors. We done already found out he got no wisdom, no knowledge, no understanding. And here is Israel being told by all of the new people. Got folk telling them, hey, man, we need to go back to Egypt, man. That's where the wisdom, man. And that's where the knowledge is, man. And that's where, man, like all the mystery and the power. Then we start examining Egypt with our own 2 eyes, using the Holy Scripture. And we find out, man, they're ignorant and stupid. We find out, man, they built on smoke and mirrors. We find out they ain't built nary a city, that the Hebrew Israelites built them treasure cities. We find out, man, that we built them pyramids. We are the ones set up the stuff that everybody look at and be wondering like what that's all about. When you look at the grandeur of quote unquote Egypt, you looking at the work of Hebrew hands. We studied the Bible, found out they couldn't even store grain. Pharaoh said, man, ain't nobody like you, Joseph, in our whole land, man. Ain't nobody smart like you. He was like, y'all can't store corn? He was like, man, look, I'll make you Pharaoh. You know, I mean, I'll still be Pharaoh in name, but man, you run the whole country, man. You take the whole country. Gave over his whole country to a Hebrew and told him, look, this is what he said. When Joseph got the reins of the nation, this is what Pharaoh said. Hey, don't even talk to me. Talk to that Hebrew Israelite that got all the knowledge. And it was the Hebrew that saved Egypt in the first place. Then we start reading the Bible. I'm talking about for the first time, many people reading the Bible with understanding, come to find out that all that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that Egypt is supposed to have, as we examine it close, we find out, man, it's smoke and mirrors. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's almost as though they just made up stuff. Them Negroes was out there somewhere, man, smoking the best weed that could be purchased with frog greenback Egyptology dollar bills. Them fools was coming up with stuff like, man, the frog god, man, you know, marry the goat god, and the goat god, you put like a thing on a wheel, and then when the goat god and the frog head god, we like, this is the wisdom of each. Come on, man. Y'all stop. And look, leave my people alone. Leave us alone. See, you didn't think we was ever going to read the Bible and find out y'all was ignorant and stupid that Egypt had no knowledge whatsoever. They didn't even know Yah. All they were bullies. So when we start examining them closer, what do we see when we start examining them real close? They got a goose egg God. I was like, they got a what kind of God? He said, they got a green goose head man God, and the green goose egg God, he married his sister, the blue sky God with the stars on him. You see, I was like, this is the wisdom of Egypt. This is the knowledge of Egypt. This is what. Wait a minute. And Hebrew Israelites is getting Egyptian tattoos put up. Y'all need to hurry up and get to the nearest tattoo removal store in your neighborhood. Pay whoever it is double. Get that foolishness off of your body before you stand to meet the king. Because, you know, the king, he's going to be happy to see you because you are an Israelite. But he's going to be like, is that a green goose egg God you got tattooed? Come on in, children. Wait, hold on. Is that a frog? God, you got tattooed on your shoulder? Hebrew, where'd you get that from? Oh, man, I forgot about that. So Maury gonna help you out so you won't be embarrassed when you stand before the Most High, y'all. You say, hey, no, those are just scars. See, I had it. What happened was I woke up to the truth, and then these people who were supposed to be, you know, like, they told me it was Egypt that, you know, they told me it wasn't no difference between, you know, the Hebrews and the Egyptians, so I put a tattoo. But morehyosh showed us in the Bible that Egypt was dumb as a sack of rocks. And that they walked around and made up stories high as the cost of living. They loaded. And they did ignorant, and they had an ignorant leader. And they didn't have no wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They had tricks, like magicians, like magic tricks. And when it came to actually confronting Abba Yah, I'm talking about the real Elohim. They confessed. Man, we can't do nothing. We phonies. So now all the trump cards is gone, right? All of you all know, just like I know, the game is over. The battle is done. You lost, man. Quit. Let me turn some air on in here for. I'll be halfway through the lesson and be done fainted. Cause when I started reading this, whoo, y'all, when I started reading this text, I couldn't believe what I was reading. And that's one of the reasons why it took me like a week or more to come back with the next lesson, because I had to make sure I said, this can't be what I'm reading. Not after we got a whole generation of people convincing Israel that Egypt got knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and that there's no difference between the Egyptians and the Hebrews. So, I'm going to go to this one more time. Would somebody please call Pharaoh? If you got his number, you know, if you got his email, if you and Pharaoh on Snapchat together or Instagram, Yaron, if you got Pharaoh's Facebook page or whatever, man, somebody needs to get a message to him that it's over. Somebody need to tell Pharaoh, let Yah's people go. Somebody said it. If you got his Twitter. Somebody said if you, man, get his tweet, man, tweet that fool, man. Tell him, man. Look, Pharaoh. Hey, man, the game is over, dude. The round is over. You've been slapped. Then you got slapped again. Then you got punched. Dude, stop. You have no more breath, man. Really, to be honest, your team should be just thrown in the towel. If you just want to get all down to the people around you, man, they should be like throwing in the towel on you, man. You can't tell when you've been beat? That's crazy. And it sounds like, to me, this is the same exact Pharaoh that's holding Yah's people today. If you all can clearly see, I'm talking about clearly, we ain't got to talk about nothing confusing. If you can clearly see that the Pharaohs of today have already been beat, and we're only on like round 3, put a 7 in this chat. Let the whole world know that we can see that the modern Pharaohs have already lost. You lost. It's already over, man. Man, you got knocked out with a coronavirus. He just showing you like, hey, you need to repent now. Stop, because this thing is gonna get bad. I could do so much than just a virus. That's just one little. I mean, that's just like a sucker. What do you call them thing? That's a jab. That's not a hook. That's not a haymaker. Man, you just got jabbed, man, and you fell on your knees. You should know at this point, you need to quit. It's over. Say, well, what should I do? How about this? Let the Hebrew Israelites go that they may serve Yah. Over. Y'all go to Exodus chapter 20. Y'all go to Exodus chapter 20. And for all of my East Coast family, Maury apologized for posting so late. Many of y'all gonna have to catch it in the morning. But don't miss it. Woo! Catch it in the morning, but don't miss it. But those of us on the West Coast, boy, we finna look at something tonight. We gonna see it tonight. Z, told our Rabbi for being in the room on tonight. Exodus and shalom to everybody. Shalom, shalom. Exodus chapter 8, verse 20. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, thus saith Yahuwah, let my people go. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear Yah tell Moshe? He didn't say, go ask and go beg, get on your knees like a step and fetch it. He said, no, Pharaoh gonna be down at the water, man, early in the morning. I need you to meet him down there, and this is what you tell him. Tell him that I, Yahuwah, have said, let my people go. And here's the reason. That they may serve me. If y'all can clearly see, based on the Bible, the reason that Israel needs to be set free from Egyptian bondage and out of Egyptian captivity is so that they can serve Yah. Serve Yah. Not serve the Pharaoh. Not serve Egypt. But serve Yah. Serve Yah. Serve Yah. So that they can serve Yah. He says, my people need to be serving me. Serving me. We are not getting out of captivity to serve Black Lives Matter. We are not getting out of captivity to serve the Democrat Party. We are not coming out of captivity to serve the Republican Party, make America great again. We are not coming out of captivity to hold up Caesar Borgia's ugly European, perverted, ugly, did I say that already? Ugly self. We're not coming out of captivity, bow down knees to idols and statues. We're not coming, and we sure ain't coming up out of here to bow down no knees to no dang Pharaoh or no Egyptian gods or goddesses. Did I make myself 100% clear tonight, Zion, that if you think y'all gonna deliver you so you can bow your knee down to anybody but him, you crazy. He'll leave you here and kill you in the land of your captivity. Man, I'm over you, man. Oh, you better believe it. I need some water. Y'all think about that. Think about it. He says the reason they got to come out of captivity is so they can serve me. And as long, watch this, as long as you got non-messianic maniacs, they not coming out of captivity to serve who? Nobody? So they just ain't going to have no king, huh? Or they going to make up their own king. Boy. It's in the Bible. Y'all looking at, it's in the Bible. If y'all can see it, it's in your scripture. Matter of fact, how about this? Let the world know that we read this Bible for ourselves and that we see that he says, let my people go that they may serve me. If you see that as clean and as clear as day, would you be so kind, place a 21 in this chat, in this Bible study, and then we will continue. And look at those 21s. Somebody said, I see it. And I see the reason why they should be let go. Because they need to go serve Yah. We're not just let go to be let go. We're not let go so we can become buck wild. We're not let go so we can bow our knees down to idols. We're not being let go so we can have Easter egg hunts. We're not being let go so we can shove swine flesh and skunk and rats and possums down our throat. What's wrong with Zion? We are looking to freedom so that we can serve Yah. Hallelujah. It's about serving Yah. We're leaving to serve him again. Serve him. Serve him. To serve him. Verse 21. Even in English, you can see it's an ultimatum. Verse 21. Even in English, you can see clearly it's an ultimatum. In verse 21, do y'all see it say else? If you see that word, else, let my people go that they might serve me. Else. If y'all see that else, put a 25 in the text. Come on. If you see that else, where it says else. Put a 25. And look at those 25s. Because why? We're reading our Bible. You're now seeing an ultimatum. In today's language, we would say, listen, let my people come serve me or else. It's an ultimatum. In other words, Pharaoh, it's over for you, man. You done. Man, you had 2 little trump cards, man. They was fake. Your magicians, man, confessed it, man. They can't do no power compared to me. Come on, man. I put frogs all up in your house, man, and lice and stuff. Man, come on, man. Hey, look. Let my people go or else. Or else what? Okay. Let's see what he says. Else. Now you look at that monosyllabic conjunction if, which represents a conjunction of what? Condition. So, let them go, else, if you will not let my people go, if you won't let my people go. Wait a minute. Now I gotta talk about you so-called Christians. Y'all taught us that all people was his people. You said everybody was his people. So if all people are his people, how was he telling Pharaoh, let my people go so that they can serve me? Oh. I think I need to let everybody know something. Yah still has a people. And you looking at one of them right now. Not too long ago, I was watching a woman talk to her child, and I was rolling. Cause you know, y'all don't know, I don't really talk a lot and I make a lot of videos, but in normal life, I just observe a lot. But on the inside of me, I be cracking up. And y'all don't even understand how much because I just watch stuff and then, you know, things are just so funny to me and it almost make a tear come out, but I just don't openly show it. A lot of times I just be thinking about it. But anyway, I saw a mama and she was talking to her child, right? And she was trying to get something into that kid's head. She was trying to tell him something, right? Because he was doing something he had no business. And she started talking to him like this. Listen to me. If I have to tell you one more time, I said, what is she doing? Every time she said a word, she was clapping. Listen to me. If I have to tell you one more time, I'm gonna wear you out. Do you hear me? I'm sitting over there going. I said, what is she doing? And I realized later, oh, that clapping thing is putting emphasis on what she's saying. That clapping thing is like, pay attention to me, boy, because I really want to be slapping you, but I can't beat you like I want. I can't slap you like I want to. I want to tap you out. I want these really to be on you, but I'm not going to hit you. But hopefully you will understand that each one of these blows should be on your behind. I need some water. I was rolling. I said, oh, is that what y'all is going to have to do? Is that what y'all going to have to do? I said, let my people go. Do you hear me? Listen, I'm gonna use mama's method. Maybe this will help. Listen, you pharaohs out today. Let y'all's people go. Do you hear me? Or else. Woo, or else what? Or else. If you don't let my people go, it's going to be hell to pay. Y'all, I can't make it no plainer. I'm trying to make it so where every man, woman, boy, or girl to the four corners of the earth can see y'all say, it's an ultimatum. That's what that mama was doing to that child. She said, this is an ultimatum. And that clapping of the hands, man, just added to it. I said, oh, boy, she's serious. He said, if you don't let my people go, behold, I'm going to send swarms. Swarms. In the King James, it says, swarms of flies upon thee and upon thy servants and upon thy people and into thy house and in the house of the Egyptians. Oh, you mean there's a difference? The houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they are. Stop. I told y'all we can take our time and read. No reason to rush. Why don't we just read it like it's supposed to be read? Did you hear him say, these swarms is coming? Now, in the King James Version of the Bible, it literally has in italics the words of flies. All right? So the word there, you will see it says of flies, where it says the swarms, and then it has of flies, is in italics. So the real word here is the word swarm. And matter of fact, I don't have my computer up, but I would do this and somebody could pull it up. If you any of the administrators or anybody operating and you have the Hebrew word and the definition, you can click it and put it in the room, please, because I don't have my computer in front of me right now. But you're going to discover when you study the Hebrew word for swarms, you're going to see that the word doesn't necessarily say swarms of flies. It just says swarms. And so when you study the word swarm, it in Hebrew, a swarm is not just what we call in English, what we call a fly. All right? So what we call a fly is a particular insect. It's like one insect called a fly. Is it in the room? Okay, there you go. Thank you for putting that. If y'all can cut and paste it, it'll be good. So now, in English, when we use the word fly, we're talking about one particular insect that we call a fly. Okay? And of course, if anybody knows the moray, I'm talking about on any level, you know I can't stand flies. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm talking about that fly that be flying around. A robe, thank you. That fly, which represents swarm, that fly bothers me to a level that's almost unhealthy. I can't stand flies. None. They woo. And it seemed like they got a ability, man, that I don't understand. Like they could buzz, man, hit you in the ear, and you be doing this. Then that thing will fly around the whole room. Come back right to the same exact spot they landed in the first place. You be like, ah! Can't stand flies. Everywhere they land, they crap. Everywhere. They full of crap. And then you got okay, so that's flies. But the word swarm is not just a fly. I'm going to show you in a minute. A swarm is a cloud. And because the King James Version is trying to show us something, they use the word flies, but it's in italics because the word there is not a fly like our fly, although that is included. But here, the word flies, swarms of flies, or just swarms, represents really, watch this, all flying and biting flies. So all of the flies that fly and bite. So these are not just the normal house fly that lands on something and you just swat it. No. These swarms are like swarms included would be like mosquitoes. And really in some translations, they actually say that the swarm right here of flies were mosquitoes. Because remember, they're not, the definition of the word is not housefly. It's flying insects that bite. So what is the difference? The last plague we studied, the lice, what was that? The lice. Remember, I showed you those are non-flying, biting insects. And we showed how they were all about sucking the blood and spreading diseases among the people. So today, we're going to see something different. So not only does Yah bring from the dust of the ground the biting and blood-sucking insects like the lice, but now he's getting ready to bring from the air. He's an aerial assault. And what is it? Swarms of biting flies. So these are not just flies. These flies are wreaking havoc. They're worrisome. They're troublesome. When I was trying to put this thing together, I wanted to see what that looked like. So if you all have a computer, I want you to go online, just type this in, swarm, SWARM, of flies. I'm gonna do it with you. Hit images. I'm just gonna show you on the iPad because you know I'm country. I haven't got that stuff down pat yet. Do y'all see That black cloud right there. Do you see that black cloud? That is a swarm. Do you see that tree? Do you see all them flies? When we start talking about a swarm, that's what is the Bible is talking about. Not no one or two. Swarms. It like black out the sky. Just wanted to show you some visuals. Then you can type in, this one right here got me. Type in biting flies. Swarms of biting flies. Do y'all see this? Do you see what Yah told Pharaoh? He said, man, I'm about to bring a swarm. Why is that moving? There we go. I'm about to bring a swarm of these. Look at them flies landed on that heathen. Look at them look at that. Imagine 1 billion of these things swarming and landing on them Egyptians and sucking the blood and spreading diseases, as well as boy. Woo. Y'all, this thing right here is starting to get me. They call them midges. Look at this picture right here. Covered. Woo, that's giving me the heebie-jeebie. Y'all see that picture right there? I wouldn't last it. Woo, y'all be like, man, what kind of more getting out of there? I'd be moving. Look at this one right here. Swarms. Not no 1 or 2 flies. Somebody was riding down a country road, took this picture. So when we talk about swarms, we know that the Bible ain't dealing with nothing make-believe. Because these flies are still swarming. They still swarm today. And recently we've had swarms of flies. Now I thought that was bad. Now go to, real quick, type in, and I'm just using Google. Type in swarms, because I didn't even know this. Type in swarms of mosquitoes. Type in swarms of mosquitoes. I want y'all to see something. Can y'all see that right there? That looks like a black cloud of birds or something, don't it? Can you imagine looking out your window right now and that big old black ball is heading to your house, all over your lawn and your ground, inside your house, coming in through the window, and it's covering all your people, covering all the, that's a swarm. See the title? Swarm of mosquitoes. More not putting a 10 on the 2. Somebody took this picture. I got some more. Look at this. I didn't even know before I began to do this study, y'all. I knew that they swarmed, but I clicked images. If you look on the images, let's see if I can get this in the camera. Yeah. Do you see those clouds? They look like clouds. Those are not clouds. Those are mosquitoes. swarm to this day. They still swarm. But Yah, watch this, is so kind. For the most part, he does what? He keeps them in check. So therefore, when he the way he keeps them in check is with other animals and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm trying to tell you is, at any time, y'all, at any time, if he get ready, he can send the swarm. And I keep telling y'all, just like with the lice, it ain't a bullet. It's not, there is no bullet. There is no rocket that can shoot a swarm of mosquitoes. Your little 22 is powerless. Your little 12 gauge, powerless. Your bow and arrow, you can't shoot them back. What is wrong with y'all? It's not enough raid, black flag, off. I don't care what you have. If this is coming at you, you in trouble. Now let's read this again. I will send swarms upon you, upon your servants, upon your people, into your house, and the houses of Egyptians will be full of the swarms. So when you go in your house, the swarms will be inside of everybody's house. It'll be a dark cloud of biting flies, a dark cloud of biting mosquitoes, a dark cloud of biting insects flying around inside of everybody's house. I need y'all to really understand that, because for this bull nostril, son of the devil, perverted demon, to hear Yah tell him that I'm about to bring a swarm of biting flies when he had just turned the river into blood, frogs covering the land into your ovens and your bedchamber. Then you got these lice sucking the blood out of every Egyptian that was breathing oxygen. And now Yah is giving them an ultimatum, or else I'm bringing the flies right there. He should have stopped. He said, hey, no, man, no more. You think that's what happened? Yeah, man, really, we should go into Egypt, man. Egypt got what? Fools. Egypt got what? Stupid people. Egypt got what? Ignorant leaders. What are you talking about? We need to go back to Egypt. Egypt sounding to me like they slow. Because any thinking person would have been like, oh, no. Because look, they live by the Nile River. They knew about mosquitoes and biting flies. They knew about that. They even knew about swarms. In my research, the deeper I got into my research, I've discovered that every so often there would be swarms. But of course, Yah always kept the swarms under control or at bay. He never allowed the swarms to just completely take over. I was watching this. I said, you know what? This world has no idea who they messing with when it comes to the Most High Yah. Now, verse 22. And y'all need to write this down or underline this. And that's Yah talking, will sever, that's Yah talking, in that day, the land of Goshen. Stop. What did you just say? He said, well, when I send the flies, I'm going to cut off the land of Goshen. I'm going to cut a little piece off. You're going to cut off land of Goshen? Yeah. And I'm going to cut off the land of Goshen in which my people dwell. So the Egyptians ain't his people, huh? You Egyptologists, leave Yah's Hebrew Israelites alone. Listen, he said, I'm going to cut off Goshen where my people are. And now some people talking about they want to be Egyptians. And he said, no, I'm cutting that off. That ain't the Egyptians will be different than my people. Oh, let's read it. You don't have to believe me. I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell. Okay? That no swarms, and you see of flies in italics, shall be there. Ain't gonna be no swarms among my people, though. No, And there's a reason. I told you all to always look for these reason verses or these reason clauses because they're very important in studying the Bible. When we study the Bible, we don't just read words. We have to always study for understanding and information and things like that. So when you get to words like this, phrases like this, to the end, that's another way of us saying, so that you will know, or the end result of this will be, or the purpose of this particular thing is. And for here, we see the reason. He says, because I want you to know that I'm Yahuwah in the midst of the earth. Woo. I'm in control. I'm going to show you how in control I am. I'm getting ready to bring up a swarm, and I showed y'all the pictures, that seem to be uncontrollable. I'm going to bring a swarm that look like a storm cloud. And to prove to you that I run the earth, I run the world, I run everything. I'm going to tell flies. I'm going to tell mosquitoes, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to tell the host of this flying army, I'm going to tell them not to go to Goshen. Which tells me something. That these flies and these mosquitoes and these flying, biting things, watch this. They got brains and they got intelligence and they're under Yah's orders. And guess what? Evidently, they know where Goshen is. Moray, what are you talking about? I said, evidently, the mosquitoes and the biting flies. Then he said, man, don't go to Goshen. They have to be like, hey, y'all, hey, you hear what y'all said don't go to Goshen. We heard him. Way in the back, little fly. We heard him. We wasn't going over there no way. We got enough Egyptian Hamites to take care of back here. Say, all right, now, no, look, none of y'all go over there now. Don't go into Goshen. And they buzzing around like, aye, Captain, Captain. Can we start eating these Hamites now? And then he said, man, hold on. We got to wait. We got to wait to see what this bull nostril, no good, zebra-eating, perverted son of the devil, we're going to see what he going to do. But right now, y'all just get ready. And I can hear the little mosquitoes in the background. They be like, I ain't eaten 2 days. I can't wait to tap some. And they like, y'all just hold back. Hold on for a minute until we get the word from Yah. Then Yah said, now look, I know y'all hungry. They like, boy, you don't understand. We hungry. Okay. But if one of y'all go and swarm in Goshen. You're going to have to deal with me. No, we ain't going to Goshen. We know your people is in Goshen. Them Hebrew Israelites is in Goshen. So they done gave the word. And the flying bugs is like, we ain't going to Goshen. But we finna tear these Hamite. It's gonna be hell to pay. He said, I need the whole world to know I'm Yahuwah in the midst of the earth. And I will put a division between my people, y'all got it, and thy people. If you can clearly see, based on the Bible, you don't need, look, Moray just showing you what's already in your Bible. I didn't have to make up nothing. Y'all holding the Bible in your hand. If you see in your Bible that he said, I made the difference between your people and my people, I need y'all to put a 57 in this chat. Because I'm so tired of these people talking about we all the same people. We ain't the same people. I don't know what book the people are reading. I don't know how you can pick up the Holy Bible and read a verse like verse 23 of chapter 8 of Exodus and come away thinking everybody the same. We're not the same. There's got to be a division between what? His people and Pharaoh's people. I keep telling y'all, and them 57s is rolling. And watch this. We're not the same modern day Pharaoh who has the Hebrew Israelite descendants locked down in your borders, living in the land of their captivity. We're not the same. We're the Israelites. And you know we're not the same. The whole world know we're not the same. Look at it. You don't have to graduate from Harvard to see that the Hebrew Israelite is a different person than everybody else on the planet. You could turn on any sports channel and see that. You'd be like, so how come the whole court mainly got them Hebrew? Man, you could turn on a football game. Man, how come most of them people that you see on that field look like Israelites? Man, you can turn on music. You be like, man, how come mostly all the best singers is Israelites? You could turn on education. How come all the best teachers and professors is Israelites? And now I'm starting to realize something. We got politicians, and I ain't down with politics, but some of the best politicians in the nation, Israelites. Sons and daughters of slaves. You know what that means? That we're not slaves. We are the royal tribe of the house of Israel. We are different. That's why they took they don't even want to keep score in elementary school now. Because when the predominantly white European schools, children have to play against the children from the hood in soccer, the score be like 297 goals to 0. And then at the end of the game, they say, we're not keeping score. Everybody gets a trophy. But you don't think them little Hebrew boys and little Hebrew girls that have made them 395 goals be like, but we did make 395 goals. But we all won, but we did make 395 points. How many did they make? None. None. But we don't keep score. But we made 395. Come on, man. Y'all try to act like ain't no division between people. It's clear. It's clear as a bell. It's a division. I'm talking about just on the bloodline side. Now you want to add the spiritual side to it, it's even greater division. Because when we read the Bible, especially now that we have been woke and we're reading it as woke people, we're seeing this Bible the way it's supposed to be seen. And information is coming forward now that has been buried since the European has held our book for over 400 years. And now we got it in our hands. We're bringing out more truth in the last 15, 20 years with this Bible than have been brought out since the European put his hands on our book. You know why? Because he put a difference between his people and Pharaoh's people. He put a difference between his people and the quote-unquote African Hamite people. His people and the European. His people and the Japhites. His people and the Hamites. His people. David was not ashamed to tell the world. David said, we are his people. Y'all should go back and read that Psalm 100. You need to read with understanding. He said the whole land needs to make a joyful noise because Yah chose us to be his people. That's what he's saying. That's what that psalm is about. Don't believe me, read it for yourself. But eventually, I'm teaching through the Psalms. We're going to get there. Eventually, we're going to get to that passage and break it down like it's supposed to be broke down. Wait a minute. He said, to the end that thou mayest know that I'm Yahuwah in the midst of the earth. Now, go back to that verse 22. And I want you to go to that last part of that verse where it says, to the end, that thou mayest know that I'm Yahuwah in the midst of the earth. I want you to go back and see that. I'm doing this so you know I'm Yah in the midst of the earth. Why does he make that statement? Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that the Egyptians got another God that they claim is in the midst of the earth that's controlling the population of the flies. Please don't tell me that, because we can't take no more. We already saw the frog-head, green Google-eye God. We can't take no more gods. Right there, we was through with Egypt. Then we found out the green Google-eyed frog-head God is married to the they married to the goat-head God with the part and his horns going like this. So we like, okay, and the goat-head God is married to the Google-eyed green God, and then we found out that then y'all got a duck-head God that lives over by the water, and this duck-head God is a green man with a duck head, and this duck-head God is controlling oh my goodness. So look, y'all we know based on your God system, y'all crazy as you want to be. So please don't tell me y'all got another God. Please don't tell me y'all got another God. Oh my goodness. Y'all know I didn't want to do it. I did not want to do it. But do you know that they got a God of the earth, y'all? my goodness. Wait. A dung beetle. Come free. The dung beetle head god. That's a dung beetle. A dung beetle. And I'm only using the word dung because everybody get mad if I use the real word SH. I got kids watching. So I'm going to say dung, which really means crap. That God got a dung beetle's head. They worship a dung beetle. A beetle that rolls manure. A beetle that rolls. Don't believe me. Please, don't believe me. Here's a headline. The heathen is making mockery of the Egyptians. Right. And the sun. You go look at the sun. I'm talking about, this is a newspaper out of England. The heathens is making mockery out of these Egyptians. Look what they said. Not tricks of the trade, tricks of the turd. Tricks of the turd. Ancient Egyptians fought holy, and they said, holy poo from dung beetles held secret to immortality. Do y'all see that? You Egyptologists better leave us Hebrews alone. We serve the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and y'all serve dung beetles, and you believe even the heathen making fun of you. He said, man, y'all Egyptians thought holy poo from a dung beetle held secrets to immortality. They is hot. They smoking some weed laced with sherm, dipped in crack cocaine. They're the dung beetle. Just excuse the ugly European on the side, because that'll give you nightmares. Do you see that dung beetle right there? Rolling that piece of you know what? Do you see it? Let me read this to you. According to one top biology buffin who says dung rolled by scarab beetles was celebrated as a symbol of creation 5,000 years ago. He goes on to say, the author of the lecture told the Sun, the ancient Egyptians regarded spherical the ancient Egyptians regarded spherical animal droppings, circle animal droppings as sacred. Not my words. Y'all not gonna go online and say, Moray talking bad about these Egyptians, man. No, I pulled this out of the Sun Times. They said that if you have a piece of crap and it's in a ball, they worship that ball. They said if you can make a crap ball, you is spiritual. I know you. If y'all saw that, put a 75 in this text. Because you be like, man, there go Moray, man. Putting a 10 on the 2. Nope. Nope. I did not. I showed you exactly what they believe. But I'm not through. Hold on for a minute. Let me type this in. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me type this in, Zion. Let me type this in for you. All right. There's a video so that y'all will see that Moray is not making this up. You can go to African Dung Beetle, National Geographic. I'm not going to play the whole clip, but I want you to hear these heathens making mockery. I want you to hear them making mockery of these Egyptians. They don't believe these people are smart. They think they're dumb. Listen to this.
In ancient Egypt, what we now know as the dung beetle, they called it a scarab, was worshipped.
Wait, stop. I gotta play that again. Did he say in ancient Egypt, they believed this dung beetle was a god? Listen, I thought the goose-head god and the frog-head god and the goat-head god was... Boy, you Egyptians, y'all, you better leave my people alone. Y'all got problems, man. I wouldn't even get close to dung. Hebrews don't be hanging around no dung. We don't deal with no boo-boo, no poo-poo, no crap. We don't be playing around in no feces. What's wrong with y'all? But don't believe me. Let's hear it again.
And now, let us praise the humble dung beetle.
He said, let's praise the dung beetle. They making mockery of these.
In ancient Egypt, what we now know as the dung beetle, they called it a scarab, was worshipped.
Worship?
The ancient Egyptians believed that the scarab was a god that rolled the sun across the sky and buried it each evening.
Stop! Wait, no, they don't. No, they didn't. They said that the ancient Egyptians believed that the dung beetle was a god who rolled the sun away. They making mockery. They say they believe that ball represented there was a big dung beetle who rolled the sun. So I guess to them, the sun is just a big old yellow piece of dung. Boy, and y'all gonna talk about us when we believe the Abba said that he set in the sky two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. No, ain't nowhere in our Bible we said, and there was a dung beetle who rolled a piece of dung. Let's hear that one more time, because y'all think Moray is making this up, man. No, this heathen is making mockery of these Egyptians. Let's listen to it again.
And now, let us praise the humble dung beetle. In ancient Egypt, what we now know as the dung beetle, they called it a scarab, was worshipped.
Worship.
The ancient Egyptians believed that the scarab was a god that rolled the sun across the sky and buried it each evening, where it emerged the next morning, born anew. Today, you're much more likely to hear TV comics joking about dung beetles than find entire countries worshiping them.
Did you hear what he said?
Is an outrage.
He said,
why?
He making mockery. He said, now, people today, they don't do that, man. That's stupid. Come on, man. They got a dung beetle head god. Y'all thought I was making it up. No. Moray's not making it up. He telling you the truth. All right, let's see. How about we go to... That's where I want to see now. They're making mockery out of these dung beetles. Because who in their right mind would be worshiping a dung beetle?
True to their name, dung beetles depend entirely on dung.
Wait, what?
For food and moisture, and to cater for their offspring.
That's
It's
it.
highly nutritious stuff. The fresher, the better.
The fresher, the better.
But the beetles need to work fast. They've only got 3 months to pack in the calories before the migrant herds move on again.
They're eating dung.
Millions of dung beetles from over 100 different species provide a highly efficient waste disposal service. A single dung pat can vanish without trace in less than 10 minutes.
That's their God, y'all.
Without this help from dung beetles, the daily dose of 5,000 tons would soon swamp the plains. Each type of beetle is encoded with a special blueprint for dealing with dung. Some just eat as quickly as they can. Others bury their share beneath the pat. Being a special agent, Pippa has a much more...
I left it up there a little too long. They're going to try to block my video.
His head chisel carves out the dung. Leg rakers neatly shape it into a ball.
Okay. All right. They say they might. Okay, hold on. I got a message on YouTube. I can't show y'all no more videos. That is a dung beetle. That's a dung beetle. They worshipped the dung beetle. And they made the dung beetle the head of the worship. Do you see it right here? Here's another cartoon of it. You see the dung beetle head. That's what I want you guys to see. This thing lives in... Yeah, I should say that, huh? Yeah, this is purely for educational purposes. We're not making any money off and trying to get rich off of anything National Geographic put up 10 years ago. I'm just trying to show my people, just want everybody to know, I'm just trying to show my people who had them in captivity. People who worship dung beetles, are you kidding me? Was holding the children of Israel in captivity? Capri, god of sunrise, interesting fact, represented as a dung beetle. And here's the part I want y'all to see before we go out tonight. Here's the part I want you to see. God to what? Insects. God to insects. God to insects. So they believe that this dung beetle God was over the insects. So what was y'all doing? Yahuwah was like, oh no, this dung beetle God ain't. What are y'all talking about? I run the world. I run the earth. How you think this a dung beetle? And y'all, I wish they wouldn't have put that block on YouTube because I had 2 more videos to show y'all. It was one of them, man. Oh my goodness, the heathens was making mockery of the Egyptians, and they were saying the Egyptians worshipped the dung beetle, and they had a picture of the dung beetles, you know, rolling these pieces of crap. And I was gonna show y'all, man, y'all was gonna be cracking up, I promise. They were showing how they said, but their God has an arch enemy. And then they back up the camera, and it was this bird, and these birds was coming around, and man, they were just picking up these dung beetles. They was eating them. And the guy was like, there goes their gods. I was rolling. I said, the dung beetle God is getting ate up by these birds. I wanted to show y'all that so bad, but they're going to put a block on the live stream. Man, them dung beetles was trying to get away from them birds, man. Them birds was just zap, 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 tearing. And I said, so your God is a dung beetle. First of all, that's sick and disgusting. He lives in stuff. He lives in crap. He eats it, He rolls it, and he could be taken and eaten by these birds that could come at random, and that's your most powerful God, and that God represents the one who puts the sun up and down. You Egyptians is smoking stuff that they can only afford in the royal palace of Mario, England. I don't know what y'all doing. Boy, you Egyptian Hamites was crazy as you could. Capri was the god to the insects. No, he wasn't. Y'all prove that. Y'all say, oh, no. I decide and make the moves for the insects of the world. That's my army. Them little flies and bugs and mosquitoes, they're in my military. That's my host. And I can send them in to do battle when I get ready. And I don't care how much you go pray to the dung beetle head God. No, dung beetle head God can't save you. Let me do like that mama did to her baby. That dung beetle God can't save you. That dung beetle God cannot. Wait a minute. Here go another picture of the dung beetle God sitting on a throne. He got a scepter in his hand. And he got that thing, he always got an ankh. I told y'all, get them ankhs off of you. That's a satanic symbol. Somebody trying to say that's an Egyptian crowd because the pagans worship all this Egyptian stuff. He holding an ankh. That's a devil symbol. But look at his head. That's the funny part. This fool got, first of all, that's nasty that you got a dung head. Because you know what I would call him, right? I would call him a SH head. That's a SH head God. But I just want to, y'all get what I'm saying? So y'all worship a SH head God. That's your God? Because you put him right on your face. I mean, you do know this is how he get his dung and stuff. You put him on the face. This is a hieroglyph. We can't make this up. We didn't go to Egypt and write this on their walls. They worship the SH. And watch this. Got you, Hebrews, tattooing this on your body. I've seen some of your stars that you guys listen to on the radio or on iTunes or on BET and all that crazy stuff with these tattoos. They tattooing this thing on them. Full of you know what? SH. SH. And when y'all see this, you gonna say, oh, I know some stars that got this tattooed across their chest. Have y'all seen that image? If you have seen this image, put a 84 in the room. If you've ever seen an image with a round circle and these long wings on some of your stars, some of the people you worship, you got some female singers, got this on them. That's dung. They don't even know that they tattooing dung on their body. It's a dung beetle. He lives eating crab. He lives eating. That's dung. So our people so messed up trying to go to Egypt. They don't even know they literally tattooing shite. Can I say that? They're literally tattooing shite on their body. So they got the dung beetle, and here's the shite. And they're putting shite on them. There's the beetle, there's the shite, and you see the wings. And you see all these people wearing these wings in Egypt. These wings is the wings of the dung beetle who operates in shite. And they got our people so messed up, they got them putting shite on themselves, and they putting shite on themselves thinking thinking that they trying to be somebody instead of Hebrew, and they writing shite on themselves. They carrying unks, and they got shite on them. And that's your gods? That's what you're trying to tell us that we need to worship? Do you see these? I know y'all don't, but I know you guys don't believe me. That's why I have to do this. This is their another one of their gods. You see them worshiping this beetle. There's the ball of shite. There's the ball of shite. And there's that goat. Remember, he married to the frog-head woman, and then they all worshiping and bowing down to the dog-head god, and that's the bowl of shite that he rolls up and eats and puts his eggs in. And you talk about a whole nation bowing down to shite. They worship shite. They say this thing right here is God. That's their God. Here's a close-up of it again. There's the goat-head god. There's the shite god. And they say he run all the insects. Got your people. Here's another picture. You see the women bowing down to the shite? All this is hieroglyphs. Moray didn't sit in this office and paint this stuff to put up. No, I went online. I typed in ancient Egypt. I typed in this god, Capri or whatever, and all these images came up. I just downloaded them for your watching and educational pleasure so that you could see how stupid, dumb, ignorant, comical they look like buffoons. Even the European is taking pictures. I wish I could have showed you them videos where they took my stuff down. If y'all have seen them videos of the mockery that the European was making on the Egyptian for worshiping a dung beetle, especially when them birds start picking them beetles off the ground, man, and eating them, boy, y'all don't know. They went to a level of mockery that even rivals the moray. I could not mock that dung beetle like they did, man. And they said that Egypt was worshiping that dang thing. So, let us review. They got a frog head, a green frog head goddess. She's married to a goat head god who said he created them two. A frog and a goat got married, and they create man on a spinning wheel. And then you got another goosehead god that lives by the Nile River. He's green. And the goosehead god is supposed to be over all the crawling insects. And the goosehead god runs this. And he's married to his sister, the sky blue god that's all painted with different colors. But the real powerful god is this dung beetle god who lives in shite all his life. And they eat shite and live shite and roll shite. And the dunghead beetle god, when he rolls the shite, it's a picture of how he actually rolls the sun every day. You eat, boy, y'all. What are you doing? What are you teaching? What are you believing? That's why Abba Yah, our Heavenly Father, went to Pharaoh and said, let my people go. They got to come up out of here. You got my people tattooing themselves with dung beetles, and you got my people singing songs to Egypt. You got my people talking about, do you remember the time? Get out of there. They gonna be worshiping green-head, Google-eyed frog gods. They got to come up out of there. They're going to be over there talking about, oh, we worship the goosehead green god. No, get them out. Get them out. We got let my people go. Let them go. Why? Because if you don't let them go, they're going to be worshiping the same. You're going to bring them down to your level. And if you don't, I'm sending the flies. And let's see what happened. And we're going to be out of here. Mr. YouTube man flagged my video that fast. That's all right. I think y'all still got the point. Let's see what happened. He says, tomorrow. Now I'm going to go back to 23. Put the 23 back in. And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be. Do you see how Yah, gave Pharaoh 24 hours to make up his mind? Do y'all see that in the Bible? If you see it in the Bible, put a 97. If you see in the Bible, in verse 23, put a 97 that he said, I'll do it tomorrow. It's in 97s, is it in there? All right. So why are you putting them 97s? Because you see that this ignorant Pharaoh, this stupid Pharaoh, this person that everybody want to say is so wise and smart and the mysteries of man, he crazy as hell, got 24 hours before these swarms come. All he got to do is say, okay, go ahead and take the children of Israel. Go ahead. Because just imagine these swarms being in my house and on my kids and on my people and in my land and in my, I can't even imagine that. And you already made the whole Nile and all the river blood and then the frogs and then after that, man, the lice and man, no, I tell you what, no, they can go. See, that's a thinking person. That's an intelligent person. That's a wise person who understands it's over. We have no trump cards. We lost. So here, take your people and go. Let's see what happened. He get 24 hours. Does he repent? Does he say no? Does he say okay? Let's see what happens. And Yahuwah did so. Oh, so 24 hours later, there was no letting the people go, huh? So he sent the swarms like he said he would because they're his army. They work for him. They follow his orders. All of them. All the flies, all the biting flies, all the 100 different species of mosquitoes, all the flying and biting gnats. They all work for him. And he sent them too. I got to get out of this video, but oh, did he send them. And Yahuwah did so. And there came a grievous swarm. Could y'all see that swarm coming in the distance? And they thinking it's a rain cloud. And it done got completely dark. And all they hear is buzzing. Because you know, one of them things will drive you nuts. If you ever had like a mosquito or a fly or a gnat or something bothering your ear, boy, you'll turn on every light in the house trying to kill that thing so you can get some sleep. And all of a sudden you hear in a distance this buzzing, and it's so dark they blot out the sun. And the nation becomes black. And when you look up, no, it's not just dust. No, it's not birds. It's mosquitoes. It's flies. The book says a grievous swarm of flies unto the house of Pharaoh. That whole swarm, I told you, the swarm came in the house. Not a couple of bugs came in the house. No. The whole swarm came in the house, so that now the house is filled with the swarm. Unto his servant's house, and into all the land of Egypt. And the land was corrupted. Oh, you got to imagine the smell and the stench. by the reason of the swarm of flies. One day full of swarms, flies, the land got corrupted immediately because you know they nasty. And they're biting. And they're sucking the blood. I told you every drop of Hebrew blood going to be accounted for. Verse 25. And Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron. Oh, no, Pharaoh. Why you? I thought you was wise, man. Why you ain't calling dung beetle head God? Pharaoh, why aren't you calling on dung beetle head God? Pharaoh, answer me. I demand an answer. Pharaoh, why aren't you calling on dung beetle head God? Mother Yoshiyahu, I just want to say one thing to you. I do not like the way you are making a mockery of me and my nation. Shut up, Pharaoh. Man, I ain't scared of you, punk. We done found out you ain't nothing and your whole boys. I got a question, Pharaoh. You ain't answering my question. How come you not calling on your dung beetle head God? Why are you calling Moses and Aaron? Mother Yoshiyahu, I need to say something to you. You are being very, very, very disrespectful to me as the Pharaoh. Pharaoh, you calling my uncle, though. You calling my uncle. But just yesterday, y'all was kneeling down like this. Why you calling my uncle? Go kneel down to your dung beetle, man. Go get your dung beetle. Tell your dung beetle, hey, man, come stop these bugs and flies and insects and mosquitoes. Why are you calling my uncle, Uncle Aaron and Uncle Moshe, when you got all these magicians, all these soothsayers, all these wise men, but you calling my uncle, though? Well, you don't, oh, you ain't got nothing to say now. But what I am saying is this. Of course, the dung beetle at this, man, shut up. Pharaoh, we tired of you, man. You didn't call on your dung beetle head God, but you said the dung beetle head God had all the power. Now I gotta ask you a question, because see, some of your kids is telling our kids some of your kids are telling the children of Israel that they need to be Egyptians, and they're telling us that that we need to tattoo a dung beetle on us and have a dung beetle ring and a dung beetle chain and an ankh here and an ankh there and now we realize you didn't even call on your own dung beetle, because you know your dung beetle is full of shite. He literally full of shite. Y'all following a bunch of bullshit. You worship bullshit. Cause you ain't calling on this dung beetle to move one fly, one mosquito out your house. Why? Cause you know he ain't nothing but bullshit. He eat bullshit. He live bullshit. He roll bullshit. He grow his kids in bullshit. And that's how I want to end my message tonight. All of this religion that's in the world today, if it's not from Yah through Torah, it's bullshit. And that's all the world is doing. They playing in bullshit. They rolling bullshit. They hatching children in bullshit. They making up words like doctrines like he's over this controls the wind, and this controls the sea, and this controls the ants, and this controls the... No, it's all bullshit. Caesar Borgia, that's bullshit. Santa Claus and Easter, bullshit. Bowing down to this white statue of Miriam and a little bit, bullshit. You got the whole world. And the sad thing is you got Hebrew Israelites getting bullshit tattoos. And you know it's hard to get a tattoo off of you. And some of them putting that bullshit all the way across their chest, all the way down their arms, all the way across their back. Some of them even putting that bullshit on their private parts. We were supposed to be up out of Egypt a long time ago. And now Egypt is coming back and taking our people captive. How about this? Let my people go till they can serve me or else. And he didn't do it, so the plagues came. And y'all proved that these gods was no God at all, because he's supposed to be the God of insects. I showed it to you. God to the insects. That's bullshit. Because when the insects actually got out of control, this thing couldn't do a dang thing. And when it's all said and done here, y'all gonna see the same thing. When man's kingdom start falling down, go back and read the book of the Revelation. They're gonna be running to rocks. Where's white Jesus? Where's Caesar Borgia then? Oh, they're gonna be running to the rocks and running to the mountains and begging the rocks and the mountains to fall on them. They're going to be begging the rocks and mountains to hide them. From who? From Hamashiach, our King, Yahushua. Because when it's all said and done, everybody know. Let every man be a liar and Yahuwah be true. When it's all said and done, the truth is coming out. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And I dare any of you heathen to start bowing down knees to a dung beetle God. Dung beetle God. It's a damn shame. Boy, them flies got the... He ain't called on dung beetle God the first. He called Uncle Moses and Uncle Aaron. If that makes sense, and y'all ready, put a hallelujah 100 so that Moray can read this thing and we get out. And Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron, not dung beetle God, and said, go, ye sacrifice to your God in the land. He said, what? In the land? Moses said, it's not meet for us to do that. You talking about sacrifice to Yah here? Man, let me tell y'all something. For we shall sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to Yahuwah. What are you talking about? When we go to pray, we finna be out there, man, making mockery of your gods. And you want us to do it right here? Because you know, you don't understand. We've been talking about goosehead God like he crazy. We're going to talk about froghead, bubble-eyed, greenhead God. We're going to talk about we finna talk bad about your goathead God. And now that we done found out y'all worship a dung beetle, we're going to talk about your shite-head God. Shite-head. He's a shite God. A shite-head. He's full of shite. For we will sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to Yahuwah. Lo, shall we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes? Will they not stone us like they want to stone morehyosh right now for making mockery? Have at it. All the Caesar Borgia people want to stone me, and I'm still going to make mockery. I'm making mockery of your Easter eggs. Bunnies laying eggs. Y'all just as bad. White man coming down chimneys when Negroes in the hood don't even have a chimney. Y'all just as bad. You got a half man, half goat God that shoot arrows into people and make them fall in love. You just as bad. So yes, I'm making mockery. And Moses said, it's not me for us to do that. We shall go 3 days' journey in the wilderness and sacrifice to Yahuwah our Elohim, as he shall command. And Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that you may sacrifice it to Yahuwah your Elohim in the wilderness. Only you shall not go very far away. Entreat me. Moshe said, behold, I go out from thee. I will entreat Yahuwah, that the swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh and from his servants and from his people tomorrow. I love it. Remember last time he said, when shall I ask him to get rid of these frogs? Remember that fool said tomorrow? Remember that? So this time, Moses says, I'm going to make y'all suffer with these swarms another day. How about this? I tell him to do it tomorrow. So y'all got 24 more hours to deal with these biting mosquitoes, swarms of flies, and another 24 hours of paradise in Goshen. Whoo, y'all got to read this Bible the way it was supposed to be read. And Moshe said, behold, I'll go out from there and I'll entreat Yahuwah, that the swarms may depart from Pharaoh and from his servants and from his people tomorrow. But let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully anymore. Look, man, it's over. Don't be lying and not letting the people go to sacrifice unto Yahuwah. And Moses went out from the presence of Pharaoh and entreated Yah. And Yahuwah did according to the words of Moses. And he removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh and from his servants and from his people. And there remained not one. Wow. I told you, Yah's in control. Yah's running this thing. Not no Kefi or Kefri or whatever the heck is, or demonic demon head, shite head, dung beetle head. Y'all, if that would have been my, I would have denounced my culture a long time ago. I'd be like, hey man, we just was making up stuff. I like to confess it, man. Them folks was high. They loaded. They licking the poison frogs, man. Yah runs this thing. Verse 32. And Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also. Neither would he let the people go. Ding, ding. Round 4. Stay tuned. Round 5 is coming. Somebody tell Pharaoh, man, it's over. You lost. It's about to be over, y'all. We're about to go home. Because the Pharaohs of today are doing the same thing. No matter how bad it gets, the heathen will not confess, will not turn, will not repent, and will not release his people. So guess what? He gonna do it himself. And we're about to go home. Read the book of the Revelation for yourself. Yah put a division between his people and Pharaoh's people. And if you think you're going to be a part of this family, you're going to have to understand that division. And if you're a heathen and you're coming out of paganism, you have to denounce the goosehead God. You got to be through with the dung beetle. No. All of you say, that's my religion, my culture. You can't bring that in Israel. It doesn't mean you cannot accept our Elohim and become a part of our family, because that is an open invitation. But you cannot bring goosehead God with you. And you sure can't bring dung beetle head. You have to come bowing down to the real and only true Elohim, Yahuwah. You got to bow down knees to our King, Yehoshua, who is the visible image of the invisible Yah. And you have to accept his people. He says, I'm going to make the world. I'm going to make the people worship at your feet and confess, I have loved you. Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9, y'all to read it. All right. Shalom, Zion. Don't forget, support the ARK. If you're catching this live broadcast, we appreciate it. If you are watching it later on, take out time and ask Abba Yah, what can I do to help support this work, to keep these messages going forth as they are going forth to help wake up Jacob and to educate his people and to bring people out of darkness into the light. This is how we support Zion, and we pray that this is how you support us. So working together, we can keep this kind of study and these lessons going forth. One love to the administrators and everybody that's behind the scenes is making this work. One love. Toda Rabbah. And there ain't no dunghead, beetlehead God. We serve Yahuwah. Get rid of all that foolishness. Our king is coming. We got to be ready to meet him when he gets here. One love. And oh, by the way, before I go off, Pharaoh, if you watching, it's over. Let Yah's people go.